Yeah, welcome to 2025. Welcome. Do a little bit dance. I said do a little bit, Chimo. Do a little dance, you know. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying yourself, celebrating, and also getting ready to, jump into work if you've not already resumed work and you're ready for the year. I hope you didn't just jump into the year, but you're actually ready for this year. And even if you're not, guess what? I'm here for you. In this video, I'll be discussing a few but very important pointers to how I'm going to make 2025 my best year yet. And it's not just about me, it's mostly about you and how this year has to be the best year you've ever experienced in your lifetime. Are you ready? Are you ready? Buckle up, because we're about to dive into the points. So in 2024, maybe you set goals. Maybe you are one of those that started the year with 100% energy and you are charged, you are pumped. Prophecy went ahead of you, or you made plans and you actually set specific goals, like goals that are achievable. You are not just on one maybe aspire to aspire vibes, but genuinely you thought about these goals and you're like, these things are possible, I can do them. But the year started and then the ride was just going, and at the point you're like, man, I don't know what's happening, and let's say you did not achieve the goals, let's say things happened and just came in the way of you and your future plans. That's all right. But this 2025, we're not going to allow that to repeat itself again. We're not going to allow a case of I wanted to do this but I did not do it. We're not going to allow a case of the year just happened to me. And 2025 should not just be one of those years that pass and at the end you're like, oh my god, so the year is over. We're not doing that. So number one thing that I will be doing in this new year, or I have already started in bid to prepare for this year and will continue, is having this as my best friend. This is a planner. It's a weekly and monthly planner, as you can see, 2025, because this is 2025. And this is going to be my best friend. I have one on the wall in my room as well, which is very helpful because I like to see things as far. I like to visualize things. I like to imagine things. I like to see, oh, I have this to do, I have that to do. If I get to work, and if I'm trying to relax too much, or my break time I'm doing so much, I'm chilling so much, I'm scrolling around too much, I like to see that in front of me. These are things I need to do and actually get to them. And I figured that it works for many people in different aspects of their lives. It doesn't just have to be for school because I'm a student. It doesn't have to be only as a student or as a 9-to-5. For business owners, diverse walks of life is gonna work for you. I promise you, it works like crazy. It works like magic. Okay, not like magic, but it works. You get the point. So that's the first thing: planning, having this planner and actually using it, like writing things I have to do. So there are spaces inside to write what I have to do. And it is one thing to have a planner. I know maybe you've had so many planners and they didn't really do the job, but you have to be dedicated to your planner and all that you're writing to really do it. This is what I mean. You write your plans for the day, or the things you want to do, and you close the book and you drop the book and you never open the book again. Like, you never try to check, what have I done, what do I still need to do. You don't update the plans, you don't actively do the things that you have said you would do. There will be a problem. You are not going to do it by just writing. I mean, writing is good, especially for memory's sake. For those of us that writing helps us remember, it's very good. But aside the writing, you need to dedicate yourself, like be dedicated to really doing what you say you're going to do. So ensure that you're writing, and as you're writing, you're making plans to do them, and you're not just writing things for writing's sake. Right? Life is not going to give you what you deserve. It's going to give you what you demand for. And demanding for it is not like you just say, no, I demand this from life. Demanding from life is your actions, is things you do, is how you do them, is why you wake up every morning at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. instead of waking up when you feel like, because you have things to do and you want to get them done. That is how you get the most out of life, by actually putting in work and being specific about the things that you do. The next point is going to be discipline, and it's tied to planning because you need a level of discipline in your life to achieve things you want to achieve. Setting goals are great, And in fact, it's a very big deal if you're able to set goals, especially goals that are achievable. But aside the setting of the goals, aside writing them down, aside having accountability partners, which is also a very important point, by the way, you need to come to a point where you decide that you are going to be disciplined. Like you, and that's the problem. People think, okay, I want to do this, okay, I'm going to do it. I start and then it's difficult. Oh my god, I'm just so tired, and give up. But discipline is actually not supposed to be easy. If you've been eating junk food all your life and now you want to lose some weight and you say you want to stop eating junk food, you're going from like this end of the road to this end of it. Like, it's not going to just be one jump. It's going to be a while. It's going to take a lot of stress. And I know, like, for even if you decide to stop taking sugar for some time, in a way your body feels like you're about to die, but you're not going to die. That's where discipline comes in. Like, you are putting the flesh under, basically, and you are saying, this body, I'm going to tell you what you're going to do, and you will do it. And then having structure in place is you ensuring that the discipline stays. Like, is you giving yourself, like, fortifying yourself for that discipline. So is it going to be easy? No. But is it going to be worth it? 100%. So embracing discipline in 2025 is another way, very important way, that we're going to get the best out of the year. There's planning, there's having planners, what's written, like actually with a pen and paper, or like typing it in your phone, or typing it in your laptop, your iPad, or writing it on the, if you have a small board in your room, or if you can paste reminders around. That's part of planning. You writing, just writing it and making it something that you can see, something that you can go back to, you can revisit. And if you're planning a day, for example, if I want to have a to-do list for tomorrow, I should write it today, probably before I go to bed. And then tomorrow, if any other thing comes up, I can always update the to-do list. It shouldn't be in like an ideal situation, in a perfect world. It shouldn't be today that I write the to-do list for today. I mean, sometimes it happens. Maybe you wake up in the morning and you decide, I think I have so many things to do, and the way it's going, I might forget some. Let me write them down. That's different. But in a case where you already know what you're going to do tomorrow, maybe write the list today. Not even maybe, definitely write the to-do list today. Write your plans today. That your planner, don't use it from January to March and then abandon it. You actually have to stay committed. That's where the discipline comes in. And then you have to be greedy with your time. You have to be stingy with your time. So you have 24 hours in a day, and guess what? In that 24 hours, some people get 101 things done, and then some other people don't even get 5 things done. Is it their fault? You might say no, but there are things that you can do to ensure time doesn't just pass by, hours don't just go by, and at the end of the day you're just tired. But then you think back and you can't even pinpoint things you did. So it's okay to rest, it's okay to play, it's okay to chill. Me, I like to play, I like to chill. It's not every time I like to be working or be extra busy. But being stingy or greedy with your time is not allowing 24 hours just go by. So another way that I'm going to ensure that 2025 is an amazing year is sleeping early and waking up early. In terms of productivity, it really helps to put your mind in the right place. Your mind and your body being well rested is the best way. Like, that's the way you get the best out of your body. That's the way to be productive. A very good way to start bright, start early, get stuff done, and the day will not just pass and then you're wondering what's happening. By the time it's 12 noon, you are probably ticking things off your list. If you've not already ticked a lot of them already, you're ticking things off your list because the hours didn't just pass. You've been doing things, right? The discipline, you're disciplining yourself to stick to what you have said you will do. And then there are days you will not finish all the things on your to-do list, or you won't get every single thing done, and that's okay. You can move them to the next day, or try to rearrange your maybe your plans for the week to see how you still finish everything you want to do that week. But do your best, your possible best, not to just go with the flow of the day, right? So there are things you have control over and things you don't have control over. Focus on the things you have control over. So in 2025, we're going to be focusing on things within our control, things we have power over and we can actually change. So one thing you have power over is time you sleep. the time you sleep, making sure you don't scroll on TikTok and Instagram till the middle of the night, till 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and then you sleep and you wake up and you're tired. You can actually use that time to sleep instead of just scrolling, instead of mindlessly scrolling. So reducing mindless scrolling. Another point is focusing on why when it comes to your goals. So you're setting goals, but why are you setting these goals? Why do you want to get a new car? Why do you want to get a new phone? Why do you want to get a MacBook? Why do you want to get a big water bottle? This is not to make the process of you setting your goals difficult, but to put things in perspective, to set your mind on what is important, not just the phone you want to get or the bottle you want to get or the house you want to get, but why. So for example, I got this bottle in 2024. Why did I get it? Because I wanted to increase my water intake. Did it work? On days that I chose discipline, yes it did. On days that I decided to behave like I cannot see the bottle on the table, it did not work. Like, I did not drink the water magically. You have to actually pick up the bottle and drink it. Like, water being in the bottle is one thing, but it being in your body like you want it to be is another thing, and that is what you have control over, and that is the why, right? Like, you wanting more water in your system, more water in your body. Same thing goes for this book. Me having a planner is one thing, but actually using the planner, utilizing it, maximizing it for why I got it is another thing. Very, very, very important thing. In terms of analyzing my 2024, I realized that one thing that I should start doing in 2025 is to revisit goals. I know I kind of did it in 2024 and it's worked, but I don't think I was really just about it. I wasn't consistent with it. I did it based on how I felt. And when it comes to plans, goals, achievements, things you want to do, going by how you feel is not going to work for you. It's not going to work for you, because there are many days I did not feel like doing anything. So if we now want to continue like that 2025, who told you that you will feel like doing a lot of work? You won't, but you have to. So revisiting my goals and re-strategizing. If something is not working, we can try another thing. You can try another thing. You don't have to stay on it because you've told yourself this is how you want to achieve your goal. There are many ways to one goal. It doesn't have to be one line. There are many ways to a goal. So revisiting goals and being mindful so when it comes to me trying to live a healthier life, being mindful when I go grocery shopping. You don't just pick anything that you want to pick off the shelf. I should not just pick anything I want to pick off the shelf. I should be specific with my grocery list and sticking to it when I go to the grocery store and getting what I actually need to get, and then making my meals by myself. As continuing from 2024 into 2025, continue making my meals myself to be sure of what is going into my body, drinking a lot of water, and at the end of the month or at the end of the quarter, going back to see how have I progressed, have I even progressed at all, has anything happened, have I improved, like in terms of strength training and a healthier life and whatever it is. Going over it again to check. It's okay to change your goal. It's okay to say, okay, maybe I wanted to lose 50 kg in this year, and the thought of it alone seems impossible. So now I want to change that goal. Instead of writing it like that, like I want to lose 50 kg, and looking at it like one mountain that can never be climbed, maybe I write instead, I want to be healthier. I want to live a longer, healthier life without unnecessary health complications, things like that. And this would really help to arrange your mind mentally. You know, this is what I want and you're going for it. And then revisiting your goals helps you see what is working, what is not working, change the things that are not working, strategize again. We have not lived in 2025 before. We have not experienced tomorrow yet. We're in today and we don't know tomorrow. So you are writing your plans today, or you've written your plans before 2025, and then now you're in 2025. Things can happen that would shift the course of your boat, like the boat you are sailing. This is us using that as an example to say 2025. This boat we are sailing, this journey we are on, things can happen on this journey that you will not have envisioned they will happen. I mean, sometimes we foresee some things and we can guess, we can say based on how things are going, this is what I predict would happen. However, there are times that you will never have guessed things that would happen and they actually happen. So in those kind of cases too, that is why this revisiting your goals really works. Maybe you didn't do it in 2024 and you saw how things ended that maybe you did not achieve what the goals you wanted to achieve. This time around, we're not just going to set goals in January and abandon them. We're going to go back to them. We're going to analyze them. We're going to re-strategize if need be. We're going to make sure that we're progressing. And how are we going to make sure we're progressing? By checking in on ourselves. Maybe at the end of the month, maybe at the end of the quarter, based on how your life is set up. For me, I'm going to be doing a monthly revisiting of my goals, and that's 30 days. I think 30 days is a long enough time to be space in between the last time I checked the goals. 30 days, sometimes 31, sometimes 28, 29, thereabout. So going back to those goals and just reminding myself of why I set these goals, and then analyzing or looking back to see what has happened. I said I was going to do this. Did I do it? Did it work? Is there something that I'm doing that is not yielding result and I need to stop doing? Do I need to stop doing anything? Do I need to start doing some other things? Do I need to pause on some activities or some personal projects that I'm trying to work on? Are there things that are taking more money from me than it needs to? Like revisiting all the aspects of your life that you set goals. So whether it's your finances, your academics, as a student, your academics, your spiritual life. I want to pray more in 2025, and that's not going to happen by magic. I actually have to stick to the timetable I've set for myself. I have to stick to the structure I've laid out for myself. The times that I've set alarms to pray, I should not just snooze those alarms. I need to actually pray at those times, like pray with people, study my Bible, stay on these goals, like hold them tight. So it's great to set goals, but all I've been saying in this video is basically the important aspects that go into making sure these goals happen, and these are the ways that we can ensure that 2025 is sweet year. It's not going to happen by magic. It's not going to be because, oh, we did Happy New Year and then we've gone from 31st December to 1st of January and then now it's a new day. Suddenly magic is going to happen and suddenly our lives are going to be perfect. But it's going to happen by intentionally doing these things, making sure your plans are not just because of vibes, but the reasons are solid. So the why behind your goals, and then disciplining yourself. This year we're hugging discipline tight. We're going to hug it tight because we really need it. I hope this video was helpful, and cheers to an amazing 2025. Happy New Year once again, and see you in my next video. Bye.